Welcome to today's episode of Race Car and Chill. It's going to be a good one. We're going to be filming a couple videos. This is going to be the vlog style of us showing you our struggles of swapping atoms auto to manual. So we're going W55. It's going to be a good time. So I haven't really been filming much on this camera because we've been using the GoPro for the step-by-step and the walkthrough. Little status update. We fought the Trans Forever. We got all the bell housing bolts out. We got the automatic trans out. It put up quite the fight. But we got the torque converter and everything else. If you guys ever take one of these apart, take it out with the torque converter in the trans. We tried to leave the torque converter hooked up to the engine and then try to pull the trans out. There's just not enough room in the tunnel to pull the trans out far enough to get it off the torque converter. So take it with the torque converter, save yourself the time. It'll probably cost us an hour or two fighting with it. That's what we're doing. It's like 2 o'clock already, so we're hot. We're gonna take a break and jump in the pool to cool off, and then we're gonna get right back to it. Yeah, fun stuff. You having fun, Adam? So much fun. Are you excited to start shifting this car with your feet? Alright, we're just about to put the new trans in. Travis just pulls up. He wanted to come help, but while he's helping, he's going to change his tires, or his brakes in the rear, because he did the fronts last time, now the rears are dragging. So, our next step is to put the master cylinder in. That's the slave. That's the master we're going to put in. And then we will probably put some pedals in, and then probably put the trans in. We'll see you then. We'll probably struggle with that for a bit. Alright, it is the next day. We called it quits last night around 8 or 9 o'clock or so. We got a lot of stuff done. I'll take you back to the garage over there and show you guys exactly what we got done and what we need to get done today. But my buddy Andrew came by to pick up the old transmission. He's buying it from Adam because he's got a turbo IS300 and he wants to have a couple extra transmissions just to play around with, because he's going to be making quite a bit of power, so he might end up breaking them. But hopefully he'll break only 1 or 2. And then by the third one we can have it dialed in. But we just got to the car wash. We're going to drop the trans off the truck. We're going to pressure wash it because this thing is filthy. This is what bad valve covers look like. Leaked engine oil all over the top of the transmission here, and it actually kind of like came down here all over the trans tunnel, and it was a huge mess. So get your valve cover gaskets replaced before they get this bad. But yeah, we're gonna wash her up real good and then drop her off at Andrew's house. I'll show you guys what he's working with real quick, and then we'll jam back to the house and hopefully put the W55s in. We got like the ECU wiring is left, the key transponder thing is left, and the clutch lines and the transmission itself. But we got all the pedals and all the small bullshit all done, so we should be good to go. Alright, so we're at Andrew's house. He's got one transmission there, another there, and another over there. This man's got 3 transmissions. He does have a YouTube channel too. Make sure you guys follow him. I will put the link in the description below. But check out his Jade. What was the color again?
EJM.
The EJM. It's the rare green color. Hopefully you guys can see the flake in it, but it's so minty. And this thing is a full NAT build. Obviously he's keeping it automatic, but he's shooting to make like 400s, maybe mid 400s. We will definitely be videoing it when we put this car together, but I just want you guys to appreciate this color because I think it's a 1-year only color. It's
1 year
it's
old,
rare for sure.
Even more rare than the solar yellow.
Oh really?
Yeah. So this is the rarest as far as color.
Dang. Alright, back to the house. Adam's on his way to my house, so we're gonna go throw that transmission in. We'll see you guys there. Alright boys, while I'm waiting for Adam to get here, I got the car back up in the air. I got the garage kind of cleaned out. I'm in the middle of my interior swap on this car and that car, so my garage is just a huge mess right now. I got my interior, here's his interior. My life's a disaster, but There's the W55. It is almost ready to go in. I just put a new main seal in the back. Gotta do a little bit of wiring. Gotta basically delete the clutch switch. And then in here, I put the pedals in already. I'm not sure if we'll get rid of, I think we'll just leave this little footrest here. I think that'll work. Obviously the clutch pedal's not coming back up because the clutch isn't hooked up. But we got the clutch pedal. The brake pedal was a disaster. It was super difficult. You guys, if you're ever gonna do this swap, make sure you watch my DIY video because there's a lot of tips and tricks in there. We fought a lot, so I'd like to save you guys the trouble of fighting with the car if you can kind of just do it the way I did it. You'll see what I mean when you get there. But we need to, I gotta rewire some, I think it's 2 wires I gotta hook up to something else here, and then we can put the new cluster in. Here's his automatic one. He's got a manual. And then, so cluster, and we gotta swap the guts on his key to match with the new ECU that we put in. So, just a couple wires, and the actual transmission and clutch, drive shaft and exhaust, and we should be good. I'm hoping to get the car started today, if not completely finished, but at least I want to test drive it today, make sure that the trans doesn't make any noise or anything. So that's where we're at. That's where we are at. Hopefully Adam gets here soon so we can get started, and I'll keep you guys updated. What is up, guys? It is day 3 of the manual swap. Day 1 was full of lots of progress. We pulled all the old shit in. We put the pedals in. We got a lot done on day 1, and day 2 was supposed to be the big day. It was going to be a 2-day swap, and ends up day 2 was full of bullshit. Since you guys are watching the behind the scenes type of video of us doing this swap here, I'll show you what the bullshit was. These are the stock sized flywheel bolts for the stock flywheel on the IS300. Turns out it's a dual mass flywheel, so it's thicker. We're using a lightweight Fidanza flywheel, and it's shorter. I'm sorry, it's thinner, so we needed shorter bolts. As you can see, they're about a 1/2 inch shorter. So cutting these bolts was not really an option because we'd be out of threads, and these are so long that when we put them in through the flywheel, they would go all the way back out and into that hollow space and actually hit the cap of the crank. So yeah, we had to get the shorter bolts, and then we also had to get some pressure plate bolts as well. These are stock MK4 Supra non-turbo pressure plate bolts. So we got those 6, these 8. We should be able to throw this shit together and hopefully drive the car today. Boys, it's happened. The transmission's in the car. I'm so excited. Let me show you guys what kind of progress we've made. Boom, transmission is in, mounted. All we have left is the drive shaft, the exhaust. We need to bleed the clutch and actually hook up the clutch lines, and then wire that boy right there, the reverse light. I've already got the wires ready for it. And then do the put the console together on the inside of the car. And I'm hoping to drive this car in a couple hours. So we're gonna get back to work. I'm gonna put the phone down, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Oh yeah, we had to kind of modify the inside here. Look at this fit though. It's like it was from the factory. I drilled a little hole here for the breather tube so we can jack the trans all the way up. And yeah. There it is, Adam shifting the car with his right hand. We got impatient. The center console's not put together yet. The cluster's just chilling there. But boys, we got the car swapped. I'm so excited. The speedometer works. We didn't have to do any wiring to the speedometer. Okay, don't be a ricer in my neighborhood. All right. Speedometer works. So we busted the myth. If the car came with an automatic ECU from the factory, if it came auto from the factory, I mean, you don't have to wire in the speedometer. So saved us some time there. And holy shit, I'm so excited right now. Can I drive it?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck yeah, let's do this.